What's up, guys? Today's thought hack is developing core confidence. Now, what I mean by core is your core self, your deepest truth, right? That thing that's unidentifiable, right? So many people can ask you, what do you do for work? Who are you? And you say your name. That's not who you are. It's just a label, right? Well, what do you do? You're not what you do, or else I'd be a couch. I'm sitting on a couch, right? I'd be a sitting couch. So you're not what you do. You're not what your name is. You're not what you think, because those are always changing as well, right? And when we compartmentalize ourselves to this finite, minuscule human experience, I am this body, this is me here, all these physical things are of my experience, and that's it. I am what I do, I identify by what I do, who I hang out with, what people think of me, and what I think of myself. When we identify in that way, we become a slave to daily trivia. Meaning if things contradict who we think we are, we become upset. We become uncomfortable. We retreat. If things contradict the way that we expect things to be, the things that cross our identity, then we retreat. Even if that thing can serve us, even if that thing can serve other people, even if it's a big opportunity to create a new business, even if it's an opportunity to heal your past, even if it's an opportunity to heal your wounds, if it contradicts our identity, who we think we are, which is based on the things that we value, right, then we will reject it. So that's the material self-referral. I refer to me as my material self. Material, matter, the matter, this physical part, all of this physicalness. This is what I refer to as my truth. This is me, right? This is my experience. And then we have something else. We have the spirit. I'm going to sneeze. Wow. Woo! I was like spirit just coming right through me, huh? Anyway, so then we have the spirit aspect where you can identify with something greater than yourself. And that thing that you're identifying with can't quite be put to words. You can't quite define it. That's the beauty about it. That's the paradox. The thing that I am, I can't define. Wow, so it can really be this and that. And it really is this and that. It's me and you. It's non-physical and physical. It's light and dark. It's all that is. And if you can build a container of all that is, it's literally all that is. There's no container for non-existence. And if there was, guess what? Everything's already there. That's gone, right? So everything that is here from the same source. Okay, so your experience, this video, the clothes you're wearing, the job, the actions that you're taking, right? Your car, whatever it may be, everything that you experienced came from the same source. Right? Now that source is where you came from as well, and everyone else. So if everything came from one thing, then why aren't you accepting yourself? Or maybe you are, but why do some people, I should reframe the question, some people don't realize that and recognize that and then decide or choose to identify with that singularity, with that center point of all creation. And that's massive power, because then what can you be afraid about? Oh, if you harm me, if I dive into the unknown, then guess what? If I dive into the unknown, I'm just going to find more of me. If I do this and you reject me, that's just a certain aspect of me that I need to work on. That is being brought up to the surface for my greater growth. That's me, that's me, that's me. Everything in existence has to be me because everything came from one. Now it's expressing itself as many, but it's still one. It's still connected, right? You look at a single-celled organism and the micro functions that go on within it. It's easier for us to comprehend and say, oh, well, that's all part of the cell. You know, it's the same cell. So yeah, that's just part within the cell, but it is part of the cell. The cell are the micro functions, and the micro functions aren't the cell. Yeah, I could understand that. It's all the same thing. Think about the universe as one big cell, right? And when you refer to that, when you align and identify yourself with the infinite intelligence and the infinite energy that animates all that is, then that's powerful. That's core confidence, because you say, well, I can't die. I must have infinite creativity because look at everything around me. I must have bliss because look at nature. Nature is naturally so blissful, so perfect. I must have precision to a certain extent, right? I don't even want to say that was my human side. We have precision. We are a perfect representation of who we are right now in this moment, right? Nature, it's perfect. It's effortless, right? It grows easily amongst the path of least resistance, right? I must not have to worry because look at how everything moves forward. The tree doesn't worry about being a tree. It just does. A cat doesn't worry about to be a cat, try to be a dog. It just does. So all of these things that are innate around me, they must be within me too. So if I can identify with that, I know I don't need to judge other people because I'd be judging myself. I don't need to feel inferior or superior because that's a certain aspect. I'd just be feeling inferior to myself or superior to myself, right? So all of these things start disappearing, and that's core confidence. That's when you don't care about opinions. That's when you don't care about other people's, point of views contradicting yours. That's power. So number 2 is identifying with something greater than yourself. God, Goddess, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Identify with something greater than yourself and then start practicing and acting that way and treating people as if they were you. It's the golden rule, right? These cliches mean something because they're cliches, because they're real, right? Treat people how you would want to treat yourself because they are you. That's all I would add on the end, right? So start embracing, referring to your higher self, referring to the infinite as part of you, and a lot of things will change and you'll show up very differently in the world. So, see you guys next time. Oh, before I go, episode 3 or part 3 is going to be, I'm going to send that out next. So this is part 2 of a 3-part series of the core, fundamental, and exponential aspects of massive change so you can create impact in the world. See you guys next episode.